Okay. Welcome back to Hidden Power. This is our first, I think, proper video. Doing a pretty basic one. But we're doing a Pokemon tier list of all the games. We're gonna give you our thoughts and our reasonings for certain things and aspects of what we like and whatnot, blah blah.
Yup.
But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty basic thing going on. All right.
Yep. And disclaimer: this is our opinion.
Yeah, I don't want to. I know we're gonna probably ruffle some feathers.
Yep.
But we're gonna start out the gate with some. What would you like to start with, Andy? I'll let you pick.
Well, I think we should.
When you're locked in the basement, you usually don't get a choice of what you eat or whatever.
You're
so
not
we're
wrong.
finally letting you out for once.
Thank
so.
you.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Mother says it's okay.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
But we will. I suppose we just start from the beginning.
you want to?
Let's start from the beginning. We'll start with Gen 1.
All right.
And then, but real quick, are we gonna lump the remakes in with the Gen 1?
No.
So we're gonna
And I have my reasons.
So Fire Red and Leaf Green will be part of Gen 3, or
no, we're gonna
they're
rate each set of games.
Each set of games as their own
yeah
setup.
Yeah.
I understand what he is saying. So
just because I don't feel they're different games, so I want to give them different.
And also another thing, real quick, there isn't a bad Pokemon game.
No, I don't think there is.
I enjoy all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, except one, I guess. There's one series that I don't like, and that's just
We'll
just
get
personal.
to that.
We'll get there when we get there.
All right, so straight off the bat, Gen 1.
Gen 1, Red and Blue.
Red and Blue.
Red and Blue.
I know you have a pretty emotional connection with these.
I emotional, sure, like nostalgia, whatever. But it is the first. It kicked it off.
Whoops.
It's not going there. You were supposed to go one lower.
Yeah.
To F.
Yes.
Right
There we go.
No.
To F.
But no.
No.
I would give. I mean, it's obviously not the best game in the world.
It's the start of the series.
It's the start of the series.
Which is good. It's got a lot of good Pokemon, which a lot of people like. But it's kind of filled with bugs, which is fine. It's part of the character of the games.
Yep. Bugs. Awful graphics for the Game Boy.
Quite a bit of grinding.
Lots of grinding. They were just getting their bearings.
Yeah,
it's still
fine.
But it's still a fun game. I'd give it a B.
Would you give it a B?
I'd give Red and Blue a B.
I know. I would say either B or C.
We can go to C because
okay. I want to go to B for now.
Okay.
And we can always change it later.
We can.
Listen, a lot of things we're gonna probably ruffle some feathers. This is gonna be a controversial decision. But
oh yeah, I forgot about Yellow.
I don't think Yellow's that much different. It
different.
Improved on a lot of stuff.
It's different enough.
You think so? Yeah, we'll make that its own one then. But yeah, I know that people are gonna get mad. I think. Where's Pokemon Red?
Right next.
Stupid. No, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Okay. The reason we're rating those that way, they're not perfect games, and I guess in my opinion, I don't have a super big emotional connection with them, so I don't know.
Right.
They're just
nostalgia is not a factor for Anthony here.
I know.
Nostalgia.
I'm sorry.
And nostalgia, I guess, isn't a big factor for me either because. It can be the first of something, and it can be nostalgic. I have gone back and played them with the re-releases they had on the Nintendo DS, and I enjoyed them.
The problem is,
but it's
for me, I can't because I didn't really grow up with it. I can't replay them as well as I want to because of all the grinding and stuff that needs to take place.
And I also can't recapture like the magic that I had as a kid and whatnot. But there's still a solid game. It's a solid RPG.
Yeah,
it does Pokemon things, and it does them well.
Yes,
Pokemon. There you go.
All right.
So Yellow version.
Yep.
I'd still put it in B.
Yeah. I guess it's pretty different. It's different from the original two entries. In a lot of good ways. For example, it improved on a lot of it fixed a lot of bugs from the first two games. Stuff like that. You got Pikachu as your starter.
And you can get the other three.
And his voice files were just
screechy.
Oh my god, it's so funny hearing them now. But like, I'm sure that was
No, it was cool back in the day.
yeah, I'm sure it was cool to have like an actual cry from like the anime. It was
Yeah.
much more focused on the anime, which is cool. But,
But you
again, it suffers from a lot of the problems of Gen 1 things, which is fine. But they're and I guess B tier is a good place because they're the definitive Pokemon games. I guess if that makes sense, not definitive, but like they are, the base, and they are just average because they were kind of what Pokemon was built on from then. So
Yep. And it started it. That's what started the love for Pokemon for me. I think B is good. It's not the best game in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not the worst game in the world.
Yep.
So I'm fine with that.
All right. You want to move on to Gen 2?
Gen 2, gold and silver.
Right. So, for me,
I think those gotta go.
Huh.
You're hovering over one area, but I think it needs to go up to there. Gold and silver need to go there.
I think so. Gold and silver, I think they kind of hit out of the they took Pokemon and they really put it to the next level with these games. For one, everything from sprites to the overworld to colors to everything just looked so much better. It popped so well. That's part, in fact, to the Game Boy Color, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, these games were just like, they just looked really good. They had a bunch of,
a lot of extra explorable areas.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for one, maybe a lesser known fact is Pokemon wasn't supposed to go past Gen 2.
Yep.
This was supposed to be Gold and Silver were supposed to be the last games in the series.
Mm-hmm.
And they expanded on. You can go back to Kanto, which was where the first game was at. You can fight their gym leaders, and it just fantastic. I think it suffered from some leveling curve issues.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was still fun. Then you get to fight Red, who was the main character in the first games. Oh,
yeah. Oh, all right. And next we're gonna talk about Pokemon Crystal right off the bat. I'm just gonna put it there. I think Pokemon Crystal. I recently, I did not play it super much, a lot, like I said, because I got it into late third gen is when I got into the game. But I replayed Crystal, and oh my god, the music. Not only that, but just all the Pokemon, the color scheme, the aesthetic. You could go to Kanto, everything. It was so cool to me. For me, that was when you relive. I guess some people when they relive Gen 1. But this was a whole new experience to me. I had gone into it not super blind, but kind of, and it just, wow, I loved it.
Yep. And then they added.
I thought I held up super well.
Yep. And then the Pokemon are animated when you get into a battle with them. So that was new. That was crazy. That's when they added the female trainer.
Really?
Yeah. Crystals when they added the female trainer. And as a kid, I like the male trainer now, but when I was a kid, I didn't like the male trainer. Yeah. I liked the female trainer. So I played the female trainer.
Yeah.
And so that was cool. But yeah, and then the odd egg, they added in Crystal, cool. Which had a high chance of being shiny and a high chance of just being a Pokemon that you couldn't get till later in the baby version of a Pokemon that you couldn't get in the game.
Yeah, and also
or till later in the game.
Red Gyarados was another way. It's kind of cool because it allowed you to get Pokemon that were shiny without having to because it's a good taste of, because they just introduced shinies.
Yep.
So it's a good taste of that. But overall, I had a super fun time playing these games. Yep. Would you agree that it's S tier?
I do agree that it's S tier.
Okay,
as much as I joke with you and everybody else that I don't like Crystal, I'm a liar when I say I do really enjoy Crystal.
Yep.
And maybe, and that's not nostalgia talking. We played it again when they got released on Virtual Console.
Oh yeah.
And I had a blast.
Oh for sure.
It's fun. It's just a fun game.
It is very. I think so.
Okay.
All right. Moving on.
So we got Ruby, Sapphire.
All right. So
you're just gonna throw them there in the B tier?
I was scrolling. Stop. No. Okay. So Ruby Sapphire. Like I said, this is kind of a little bit before my time. I do remember playing.
I would throw them in the B tier.
All right. We're gonna discuss that in a second. All right. So Ruby and Sapphire were, I remember playing Ruby and Sapphire on, I've played them as ROMs from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, pretty good games. Introduced, Groudon and Kyogre. But a lot of people really like third gen.
Third gen is good.
Yes, and I think it's because of a lot of Pokemon that they added were pretty good. All the starters were really good.
I love all the starters. A lot of my favorite Pokemon are there. Yeah. They're good.
They're kind of.
That's when they introduced abilities. That's how we got. Yeah. Now we're set on the EV IV system.
Okay. Did you say B tier?
I give them B tier. Also, the games were, compared to the next game, I think, were a little easy and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then, because in Ruby Sapphire, you fight one of the evil teams, and then the other team in the other game is the good team, quote unquote. Yeah. Or whatnot.
But yeah, for being first Game Boy Advance titles, they look really good.
They do. Now I think they're one of the ugliest games.
Really?
I think they're one of the ugliest games now. That's really a bold statement. Seeing as how they're sitting right next to two,
Yes, I know.
comparing
Game Boy 1,
comparing Game Boy games.
I don't think they're that bad. I think they're really good because that's when was this the last gen for like 2D, quote unquote?
Just straight 2D because Diamond and Pearl.
And I think they held up kind of well actually. I would like to talk specifically because this is more of my area of expertise. Pokemon Emerald. There are some additions, like for example when we talked about like Pokemon Red and Blue with Yellow, how they were pretty much the same, but I think just like how Gold and Silver had the much better crystal. Mm-hmm. I think this is the same story for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
Yep, but up one tier, where it
You think it's S tier?
No. I was saying like it goes up one tier because it is essentially the same game. The story is much better.
Far better post game as well.
Far better post game because then that introduced the
Battle Tower. Yeah. Or all the Battle Towers.
No, it was just the Battle Tower. It had the pyramid in the factory. No, it had they had Battle Frontier. That's what it's called.
Yeah. That's what I was. Yep, I forgot the names as well.
Yep.
Sorry.
But I agree. It goes up there.
Yeah. I guess. I remember Emerald was the game that I first started playing. Because like when I looked up Pokemon rounds on my phone and stuff, that was always the game that I would look for is Pokemon Emerald, just because it was that classic, if that makes sense. Yep. So it's got a lot of name power behind it.
And it is the definitive
GBA
better version
Pokemon game, basically.
Better version of Ruby Sapphire.
All right.
What? Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say Leaf Green and Fire Red. Like I said, these are my first Pokemon games. I have a lot of emotional attachment to them, and I thought they were pretty good Kanto remakes. Honestly,
they're very good Kanto remakes. I would put them on A tier.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to be too bold with my assumption.
No,
but
be bold away. No, again, there's no. I think the next set of games, you might be surprised where I want to rank them. But
okay.
But Fire Red, Leaf Green, they were very good Kanto remakes. It took me back to the generation that I started and whatnot, made them better.
Yep.
You got to see Kanto in a whole new way and whatnot. It introduced the gym rematches and whatnot, where your rival has a Heracross and Tyranitar. Come on, cool. And a much higher level, it had a post game, and it just fleshed out some things. It had a lot of cool things. Introduced the Verse Seeker.
Yes, I think it ran. I think it was like super fluid game. It was very well done. I thought these were probably the best remakes of Kanto. I think.
Yes.
But I remember I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. Like on the first podcast, if you wanted to go check that out, I talked a little bit more in depth about my experiences with this game.
Yep.
But not only that, but I think they're pretty good games all around, really.
Yes, they're good games. Good games. I like the updated music using the third gen sound
capabilities.
Sound chip.
Yep.
Is it sound chip that I want to use? Maybe.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but they are very good games.
All right, moving on to 4th gen,
which I will be saying a lot. Okay.
Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Diamond. Pearl was probably my second Pokemon game. I liked them a lot.
Put them there.
No. Okay.
Diamond.
No.
Hold up. There's a third version, remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is, I played Pearl so many times,
and I played Diamond so many times.
And I do not doubt that Platinum is the far better. Like it is 100% the better game.
But okay. So this is
tier though.
C.
I think
they were good. It
Andy,
introduced
Anthony. If anything, these are B, and then the 3 originals are C tier.
I'm ready to fist the cuff.
Why? You want these things to be C tier, Andy? And you know how good these games were?
They were good, but I mean
they're classics.
But playing the Pokédex or playing the game for the first time. If you wanted a fire type, who were your choices?
Infernape?
And you have one more.
Oh, I don't know who this be.
Ponyta.
Oh God.
Your choices were the Dex was severely lacking.
They
introduced all of these new evolutions.
It's very topical you bring that up.
I know, right? They introduced all these evolutions, and then they weren't available until post game, so you couldn't even do them through your normal.
You're talking
game.
about like Mamoswine and stuff.
I'm talking about Mamoswine. I'm talking about Electivire, Magmortar.
That's fair.
Gallade and whatnot. Yeah. So, but I mean, then they did give you Mismagius and Murkrow, and that was about it.
But C tier. You seriously want these things to be C?
Yeah, only because I want to put Platinum really high.
Yeah, but at the same time,
just to prove my love for Platinum, I will never go back and play Diamond and Pearl. Okay. I will always play Platinum.
All right.
Like,
can I? What should we do then? Do you want to move those actually down to C tier, or do you want to move the Gen 1 games down to C tier?
I don't think Gen 1. I mean,
They're average though. C is average. That's not bad.
All right, so. Yeah, all right. Throw the original 3 down on C tier.
Oh, I'm not going to feel good if I do that. That's going to be mean.
I'll do it.
You want to...
I will reach over and I will do it.
All right, fine.
Get on my level, children.
I think that... Perlin... No! Andy!
Diamond can stay there because that's the one I played.
I think this is just... It's kind of how... I think I would have higher Gen 1 respect if it left more of an impact on me, maybe.
Right.
But I don't think Diamond and Pearl should be C tier, just because I like the game so much.
Okay.
I mean, we're both gonna agree, freaking obviously.
Yep.
Platinum's S tier.
Yeah.
It is by far. It is my second favorite Pokemon game, aside from Crystal.
It is my favorite Pokemon game.
But yeah, so
period.
I mean, those are gonna be highly up there. But
Yep.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about moving Kanto down to C tier, really. With all due respect, it's just dated, which is fine.
Yes.
But yeah, I think Diamond and Pearl were still really good. I think you can still build a really good team of 6 without
probably. I don't remember.
without the availability of 5 types. But yeah, Platinum just far better. Giratina is amazing.
Yep.
Super cool design. They made obviously use of the Pokedex balancing issues or whatever.
Where you were able to get more than just Infernape and Ponyta before the first game, or before the post game.
Yep.
And then everything else. They brought Eevee back, so you can use your Leafeon, who I love, and Glaceon.
All right. So next, we can talk about Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I adore these games.
Same.
For one, your Pokemon can walk behind you, which is a series first, as I believe.
Just let's not beat around the bush. Let's just give the people what they want.
Yeah. The games. I mean, it's no question whether a fan favorite. You can have your Pokemon follow behind you. There was a lot of very good, Pokemon options, stuff like that. Fantastic remakes.
Aesthetically beautiful.
Oh yes.
The
redone music, really good.
The music, that's not a thing that we've been touching on a whole lot and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Like the music is so good in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Oh yeah. His hat was dang epic.
Unfortunately, the female trainer did not leave as much of an impression on me as she did in Crystal. Yeah. But the male trainer did, so it was all good. So I went back to playing the.
Yeah, I will say.
Gender I am.
Again, Crystal. The surfing theme from Crystal, oh my god, it's my favorite Pokemon song.
Like Heart Gold Soul Silver is more of a remake of Crystal, than it is
more so than
because it has Yucine in it, and that follows the Suicune story.
Well, Crystal it was like instantly known as just like better than the first two, which is understandable, really.
Yep.
But
and then I've replayed Heart Gold Soul Silver many times.
I do remember having that Pokewalker accessory. I don't know if I did much with it, but
so do I. I remember when I got it from I pre-ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Back in 2010. Woo. And it came to my house. I hooked them up or synced them together, and I spent probably 5 hours on my first day. Yeah. I walked on the neighbor's property, who was never home, and I just walked around his pond.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah. I mean, he was. Yeah. This is before all my neighbors became jerk faces. But anyway,
another story apparently.
Yeah.
But time with Andy.
Yep. But I just walked around the pond for 5 hours. So I started the game with a modest Magmar along with my Feraligatr or Magby, along with my Feraligatr, and it was just absolutely wonderful, and cool. I loved it.
Yeah. All right, you ready to move on to Gen 5?
Gen 5. At this point in time, this is where everything got controversial.
Yeah. This is where a lot of people think the series kind of took a downturn. Because I mean, look, if you look at our tier list, it's kind of like everything kind of gets better as it goes along. And this is kind of where a lot of people think the series kind of took a step back. Mostly because all the original Pokemon, which is new, that is definitely not
a lot
common.
I think a lot of people I know a lot of people are mad that like they like made an updated version of the original 151. Like they gave us the Conkeldurr line.
Yeah.
Which was just Machamp. They gave us the Gigalith line, which was just, and I know it's more than just a reimagining, obviously, because they're completely different.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
But
whoa. No, I'm kidding. All right. Anyway, what were you saying?
No. But people were just like, Garbodor is just a bad muck.
Yeah,
and Conkeldurr is just another Machamp. Gigalith is just another whatever. But there are so many other good freaking Pokemon in this game. Haxorus, Bisharp, even the few that I just mentioned. Conkeldurr is cool.
Oh, very.
Gigalith is cool. Yes, they gave us really bad ones too, like the Elemental Monkey Trio.
Oh,
which
yeah, the
apparently
most hated trio in Pokemon.
Also, another thing, those could have been the starters.
Really?
But, yes. They still gave us like 3 really bad starters.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
no question. I think those are probably along with
And I say they're bad
just because on starters either.
What? No, we really haven't, just because I like all of the starters from all.
So far, they're all really good though. That's why we brought it up this time.
Yeah. But this was the first generation where it was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I think so.
And to this day, I've never played through the game with a Tepig.
Yeah, it's fair. But yeah, I think for kind of the future of DS games, I will say the Gen 5 sprites in battle animations and stuff were unlike anything Pokemon has seen before. Right. I thought that was really, really cool.
It was fast paced. I do think the move animations are a little lackluster compared to Gen 4.
Yeah, I thought they had all different sprites and everything. I thought that was really, really cool. The animations that were moving during battle. Was cool.
I did like that. That was nice. When you were in a battle. Yeah, when they were in a battle, the trainer would come out and say something to you.
Yeah.
I'd put them at. God, where would we put that at?
I know it's kind of tough.
But also, this is the most heavily focused story game that they have released.
Yes.
And that story was really good. I do like Gen 5. Mm-hmm. I like Gen 5 a lot. Excuse me.
Right. Are you thinking B?
I'm thinking B.
Because we have to rank the next games we're talking about. This is Black and White 2. Yeah. All right.
Did you ever play Black and White 2?
I have not gone back and fully played them though, and I know I need to.
Yes.
I know I need to because
okay, so this is going
to be mostly an Andy thing.
This is mostly an Andy thing. So what they did with Black and White 2 is, yes, you're still in the Unova region, but they start you in a completely new town.
Yep.
Yes, you still get the same 3 starters, but then the Pokedex has expanded so much.
Oh yeah.
Like before the second gym, you can catch an Elekid or a Magby depending on your game. You can get a Mareep if you want. You can get a Riolu, all before the second gym.
Yes.
All before the first gym with the Mareep and Riolu, along with some other other good Pokemon. So they expanded the Dex like a quote unquote definitive version would do. That's not where that goes. But then also it was another true sequel, but it actually, instead of being like a sequel like Gold and Silver was to Red and Blue and whatnot, this was a true continuation of the story 2 years later.
And I know you went through the map a different way.
And you went through the map a different way. The
probably,
gym leader was...
I think that's a fantastic way to do it, honestly.
Yep. And then the gym leader, like the final gym leader of of the original Black and White was the 7th gym leader of Black and White 2. Yep. The first 2 gym leaders were completely different.
Yeah.
And the story was good. The Elite Four was hard. The champion was good. The music was amazing. Mm-hmm. There was so much. It was so good. I put them... I'll put them as A. That's what I was gonna do as well. Reaching kind of close to the end. We are going to Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon X and Y. I do enjoy the games. It was a big step backward, narrative wise from Black and White.
Yeah.
Graphical improvements.
Oh yeah,
it was a nice jump. I think all the most Pokemon look amazing from the jump from 2 to 3D.
More compliments. I would like to say. I like the inclusion of Mega Evolutions. I think that was a great addition. I really like that mechanic. It adds new things to battle, stuff like that.
Yep.
There's one thing the game kind of suffers from.
Which was?
It's difficulty. It was by far probably the easiest Pokemon game that there has ever been.
And then yes, you can turn off the experience share and make it hard and whatnot. But if you don't superimpose other rules upon yourself while you're playing, it is one of the easiest.
It's basically walk through for you, if that makes sense.
Yep. Also, it was the first time where we had less than 100 Pokemon, new Pokemon revealed for the generation. Mm-hmm. And then some of the Pokemon they revealed weren't even that great.
The starters, minus Greninja, I just thought were forgettable. I didn't think Chestnut had a super oh wow, that's a really definitive design.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Because even with the generation before, or I mean not the generation before, but generation 4 and stuff, they have memorable designs, stuff like that. These ones kind of lacked that. Yep. Greninja obviously was by far the best starter, but
and then the Quilladin, Chespin's evolution was just kind of goofy looking, and people had a hard time taking him seriously. People got mad over Braixen and how people wanted hey, this looks like it's going to be a fire fairy or a fire psychic type Pokemon, which it was fire psychic. But cool he went bipedal and was holding a wand, and people want to keep your starters neutral looking.
It was their theme for it. They took the theme and they ran with it too far.
Yeah.
They made it almost super obvious.
Yeah.
Of exactly what they were supposed to be, which is the knight, the mage, and the
fighter
or whatever.
Yeah, fighter, thief, and mage, the holy trinity of classes.
But yeah, just overall, I think they added a lot of new things that were pretty good.
But I like the megas.
Yep. I like the legendaries a lot.
There was another thing I think they suffered from, and that was version exclusive imbalance, which I know that sounds really weird to say, but so one game, and yes, this is when the GTS was announced, the Global Trade Station, where you could deposit a Pokemon and look for one. No, that wasn't introduced here. That was introduced in
before that
4th gen. What am I talking? But anyway. So it wasn't as big of a difference, but if you didn't do that or anything, you had to see the Pokemon first before you could request it. That's what this was. Yes.
Oh.
So
that's odd.
One game got Tyranitar.
Okay.
A pseudo legendary, as its version exclusive. You know what the other one got? Aggron. which is fine because I love Aggron and I get what they were doing. They were doing beast Pokemon, like big, strong. But one was a pseudo legendary and the other one was a common Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that was kind of weird. I will agree. Yeah. I think
I'm gonna place it in C for the time being. Yep. At the end. I kind of want to go through and take a final tally of what we think.
I think everything is good right where it's at so far.
Yeah.
But again, the music was really good. Yeah. I think all the music in X and Y was phenomenal. Yeah.
They were just average. They suffered from quite a few things, which is what really held them back from being higher tier games. Yep. But next, ORAS. Everyone's remakes that were pretty. I think they were pretty decent. They're pretty good.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
I think they were. Excuse me. I think. They're going to be above where the originals are. I think they go A tier.
Really?
Yep.
Is that good?
Yep, they're good. I don't. Because again, the music was really good. Yep. It was just a better version of Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
The post game, we didn't get the Battle Frontier. We got the Battle Maison.
Yes. Having Mega Starters.
Having Mega Starters was sweet.
Very, very cool. I think again, these are. I know it's in the same tier as Emerald, but they were basically remakes of Emerald, if that makes sense. More definitive editions, I guess, but also Gen 6 stuff.
Yeah, but then also
Mega Starters really cool.
Mega Starters were really cool. It did follow the same story as Ruby and Sapphire. Yep. But then it had the Delta episode, which was then a whole new reimagining on how to get Rayquaza, and then getting Deoxys. Mm-hmm. You could fly the entire map on your Latios or Latios, depending on what version you had. Depending on different criteria, you could enter tears in the sky, which would lead you to another area where a legendary would pop up. Yeah. And Mirage Islands, that's what they were called.
Very cool, though.
It was a very, very good. Very good. Still not as replayable. Or I don't have as many fond memories as I do with the top 4 that we have up there right now under S tier. But still very, very solid games. Very fun. Very, very, just good. Good.
Yep. Alright, we're going to talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon. These were kind of my first games back to the series. And I have to say, a little hand-holdy, like I said, but they are... I kind of like the story. I thought it was interesting, especially definitely the last boss fight. I liked all the starters. I think the only one that I didn't care for that much was probably Popplio, but
same.
The rest of them I thought were pretty cool. I thought they were pretty decent games. The story was good, like I said. Where would you place these? Either B or C, because I kind of want to elaborate more on them when we talk about Ultra.
Yeah,
I guess what makes
sense. Both Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon, they have their plus and minus, like their pros and cons, almost like reversed.
Yeah,
I think Sun and Moon had the superior story.
Oh, for sure.
But they were
the post game.
They were far easier.
Yeah.
Or Sun and Moon was far easier than Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
I'm gonna just put them in B for right now.
Okay. All 3 or both of them?
I'll just put those 2 in B for right now. But
okay.
Because I guess part of the thing with Ultra is that it changed the story. When I think the story was the thing that didn't need changing. But I guess.
But it was an alternate universe.
What people are mad about is the thing that you spent so much time in Alola with these 2 sets of games.
Yep.
And not enough was changed with Ultra.
Correct.
For it to be
yes. Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For it to be
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is hard mode.
Yeah, it is. It made I will say it made the superior post game because you didn't have to go through. I like the Looker's inclusion, but I thought being able to catch whatever Ultra Beast and whatever legendaries you wanted.
Yep.
with the wormhole. Although the wormhole wasn't super practical, I thought it was a good return.
I enjoyed doing the wormhole stuff. I do like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon more than Sun and Moon. Personally, if it was me, I'd put regular Sun and Moon down in C tier and then put Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon up in B tier.
Would you? I was gonna say the other way around.
That's me. Ooh.
The story was changed for the worse. The boss battle with Lusamine at the end was very, very cool.
But also, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon gave us a fight at the post game. Did you do Rainbow?
Yeah, I did do Rainbow.
The Rainbow Rocket.
I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, so we got to fight Archie and Maxie, Giovanni, the other people.
That's fair.
Getsis, Cyrus.
But
Getsis hits a woman.
Oh,
which is bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you really want to put Sun and Moon in C?
If we're not gonna put them in,
do you really want it to be that way around though? That's what I was saying.
I mean, it's me personally. Yeah. That's what I think. But
right, I mean, I guess I can agree with that.
This is the problem with
Ultra
doing
Sun
a tier list with two people. But
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon has a lot of good qualities as well. I will say not a whole lot was changed, so these games aren't super similar. Or I mean,
they are very similar.
It's hard to rate them super far apart.
I enjoyed the added challenge of
Ultra Necrozma,
and the trainer battles. And music wise, which I'd been getting at a little bit.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Fine.
I think if all the themes are just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Like all the like important battles, like Legendary Battle, the Necrozma battle, the Elite Four battle, champion battle, I actually wasn't that big of a fan of because it was just the same as like the title screen.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite parts of all Pokemon games is hearing that champion battle music and be like, it is on. Like, here we go. Yeah. And then it was just something I'd already heard before, and so it kind of like sucked all the oomph out of it.
But yeah, I agree with your placement. That's fair, I think.
Okay.
All right, and then let's go. Finally, the newest installments.
Throw those up there on S tier, please.
Yep. This is the official ranking. Just because Let's Go Pikachu is far superior to Eevee. No. Andy does not care for these games.
I'm sorry. It's. I don't know what it's. I don't even know. Apparently, this tier list classifies it as a main series game. Somebody else, I think Game Freak has made it
They said it was a Gen 7 game.
Yeah, a Gen 7 game. Came out on the Switch.
It's not a true Pokemon game for starters. Like, it is a combination of Pokemon Go and a main series game.
Yeah.
And a Kanto remake again, which is fine, but we've had
But they didn't do anything.
Like 4 iterations of Kanto.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with it. It's the same thing from the first games. They got rid of they kept the physical special split.
Yeah, the candy stuff was weird.
It was just too much of a departure from what I'm used to.
Only 2 new Pokemon really.
And they're whatever.
They're not special.
Then you had to pay money if you wanted a Mew.
Okay.
The Pokemon following you around was cool.
Yeah.
This game was for. I'm gonna say it, and it's probably this game was for kids. They announced it. Kids who don't have
or really newcomers to the series.
Yeah. It didn't do anything to me. It went back to a region that. Guess what?
I think it's oversaturated.
I played 20 years ago. Overworld Pokemon, sure. They got rid of wild battling.
I will say it is by far the best looking Pokemon game.
It is
but that's not something that is like.
Just because it looks nice doesn't
mean it's kind of just like a. It is, of course. Yeah. Like, what the hell? It's kind of a given, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That it would look better given it's a new system.
Yep.
But
so, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finished it. I got it so my wife and I could play through Kanto together. And yes, we were playing co-op, and yes, that makes it even easier because you can 2 versus 1 your opponent, and that's just a steamroll. But even then, I just wasn't having fun. I knew everything. I knew what to do. I knew everything was.
And I get that totally.
Yeah. shiny hunting is cool in it.
Mm-hmm.
If that's
it makes it easier. And I like the addition of overworld Pokemon. I will say I wasn't a fan of it at first, but it kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
So I think it did add some new things. Do you really think it's F tier worthy?
I mean, if anything, we can pop it up to D.
I was gonna say it's probably D.
Like I don't think
any Pokemon deserves an F rating.
Like I said it in the beginning, I don't think there is a bad Pokemon game.
Like I said, most of them are in S and A, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Let's Go is just under the rest of the Pokemon games. I do like where we have everything. We have our favorites in the top in S. A lot of really good ones in A. Good selections, So I think that is a pretty good summarization of what we think of each Pokemon game. So
and
this is probably a longer video, and I know that's fine. We'll have some shorter stuff up soon, but
and that goes. I mean, we could have gone a little bit more into depth probably about what we thought about each of the dexes and everything else, but that would take too long.
Yeah, and we kind of went off on tangents, but this is just a pretty basic overview of what we think. So any last comments or anything? Or?
Nope.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. And this has been the Hidden Power rating all the Pokemon games. All right. Bye, friends.
Bye, friends. Peace and chicken